Hello friends, welcome to my new video on Game of Thrones. There is a theory in discussion that Arya Stark will be the last one standing in Game of Thrones Season 8. But it is also to be noted that she doesn't want the Iron Throne. She only wants to finish crossing names off her list. We've watched Arya go from a young girl to a ruthless killing machine. She hasn't sought the Iron Throne. Instead, she's spent her time avenging the deaths of her relatives. Every night she repeats the list. Cersei Lannister, Joffrey Baratheon, Esser Meryn Trant, Tywin Lannister, Walder Frey, Polliver, the Hound, the Mountain, Melisandre, Esser Ilyn Payne, Beric Dondarrion, Thoros of Myr. Some of these people remain alive, some have died by other means, and others have died by Arya's hand. Who could forget the satisfying slaying of Walder Frey and his kin? It was a moment only possible thanks to Arya's unrelenting determination for justice. For Arya, it's never been about power or playing the Game of Thrones. Winning in the end means she's avenged her and her family. When we first meet Arya, she is practicing archery with her brother Bran while her sister Sansa learns needlework. From the beginning, Arya rejected the notion that women only advance a family's standing through marriage. She always wanted to be a fighter. After Jon gives her needle, their father, Ned Stark, hires Syrio Forel to train her how to properly use it. After her father is brutally executed, Arya escapes King's Landing by cutting her hair to convince others she's a boy, with the ultimate goal of making it to the Wall to join the Night's Watch with Jon. On her route, Arya recites the name of her enemies every night to give her the strength to persevere. The people Arya meets on her solo trek over the next 7 seasons have taught her valuable lessons. On her way to the Night's Watch, Arya meets JAQEN HGHAR, one of the faceless men of Braavos, who are assassins able to change their identities. After saving his life in Season 2, he gives her a coin that will give her access to training with his order in Braavos a few seasons later. After escaping Harrenhal and the Lannisters, Arya finds herself as a prisoner of the Hound, Joffrey's former bodyguard, who wants to use the young Stark to obtain a ransom. Though he's on her hit list, the Hound teaches Arya the brutality required to survive in Westeros. By the end of Season 3, she arrives at the Twins just in time to see the aftermath of the Red Wedding, where her mother and brother were massacred by the Freys. By the end of Season 4, Arya is able to slip away from the Hound, where she finds a ship headed toward Braavos. This is where Arya finally gets the opportunity to achieve the potential she's always had. She tracks down JAQEN and the Faceless Men. When she finds him, JAQEN tells her she must give up the Stark name to truly become no one and employ the tactics he can teach her. To prove it, he shows her the Hall of Faces, a host of identities she could take on if she becomes faceless. The Stark family has always been proud of their name, and avenging her family is Arya's whole driving force. So, she attempts to skirt the rules, stealing a face to carry out one of her executions. But she's caught and her punishment is blindness. That's when Arya learns to fight without vision, further honing her other senses. When she finally returns to Westeros, Arya has changed. She's no longer an innocent child. Arya is a hardened assassin with the taste for blood, ready to avenge her family by any means necessary. She kills Walder Frey, then uses his mask to poison his entire family, justice for the Red Wedding, at last. When we last see Arya in Season 7, she uses her years of training to kill Petyr Littlefinger Baelish after he tried to pit her against her sister, Sansa. So, it's clear going into the final season that years of determination have primed Arya for the role of her family's protector. At the end of Season 7, Sansa calls Arya, "the strongest person I know." That all brings us to Season 8. Arya has proven herself to be a survivor and fiercely loyal. She's reunited with her siblings as the final battle heats up for the Iron Throne. In an interview with The Guardian, actress Maisie Williams describes her final scene as beautiful. She says, "I ended on the perfect scene. I was alone, shocker. Arya's always bloody alone. But I was alone and I had watched a lot of other people rap. I knew the drill, I had seen the tears and heard the speeches. Sure, this could mean a lot of things." Arya is the ultimate survivor, one who went from the most vulnerable character on the show to one of the most lethal. She has all the tools to survive, and if she's the last woman standing, what could that mean? It's unlikely this would be Arya on the Iron Throne, since that's never been her goal, but maybe she'll crumple up her completed kill list, and go searching for the adventure she's always craved, and set off to continue her training. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.